and Jordan from the Fit Bells. How are you? And we have a special guest today. Look at who we have. Miss Sheila Cunningham.
Sheila.
How are
Hi, how
you
are you guys?
today, lovely lady?
I'm well. How are you ladies?
We
Looking
are
good.
good in this beautiful sunny South Florida day. Happy November.
Happy November 2nd and daylight savings time. I didn't realize
That's
that.
right. We gained an extra hour. And of course, us people who like to be in the gym super early, we're happy about that this morning.
I woke up at like 7:30. I was like, I don't know what time it is.
Wow,
Yeah.
look at you.
I didn't.
So Sheila and I met on the set of MIA, which is a new series that Peacock is going to have, I believe, starting next year. So we met back in the spring on set as extras, and we found out instantly that we have so much in common within the fitness realm.
Yes.
So I guess, Sheila, let's start by finding out what brought you into your journey of fitness, because you're quite accomplished in that realm.
Well, I thank you. I thank you, ladies, for inviting me, and I am grateful for this opportunity to be on Fit Bellas. And I like the name, and I feel like for me, the thing that really brought me to fitness was I was always active. I'm the youngest of 10, and my
I
family
didn't
is
know
into
that.
See, more
Sorry.
information. More information that you are getting to know me now. So I'm the youngest of 11. Actually, I'm the number 11. So there's one. I'm my oldest one. So what I was doing was I was looking for something that I loved. My family, my brothers did boxing, and that was energy. And I was gymnastics, cheerleading, and so dance too. So when I saw Turbo Kick, and that is Colleen Johnson, and that's one of Beachbody's platforms. And it was so cool because she had boxing, dancing, and a little bit of karate, and it was just a great concept. I was like, oh my God, I love that. So my daughter was going to school, and she was on her way to college, and I was like, I need to do something. So I started teaching Turbo Kick at one of the gyms in St. Louis. I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri. So that's,
I know you
I
are.
think,
We're both Cardinals fans. Yay!
yeah.
Go
And
St.
my
Louis
cousin played for
Cardinals.
the Cardinals, Bernard Gilkey. Anybody look him up.
Cool.
But I did do Turbo Kick, but I also loved, like I said, I loved dancing. But there was also, I can't forget Billy Blanks.
Yeah.
Billy Blanks, yeah. So all of that together was just like my introduction.
Okay, and where were you teaching that? In St. Louis, you said? Before you
But
moved
yeah,
here
there
to
was
South
there was a
Florida?
gym. There was a gym in St. Louis, Missouri that I taught. I think just one class a week.
Okay. And
Yeah.
did you certify in that discipline, or did you just
Yes.
learn it? Okay, perfect. And you're also a nurse, from what I
Yeah.
recall. Okay, so that's great. So your fitness journey is also a health journey, and you're also, I believe, a certified nutritionist and certified dietitian. So you've checked a lot of boxes, Mrs., and your
Check,
personal
check.
training.
Yeah.
So what keeps you
Certifications
in?
and license.
Oh, that's awesome. So what keeps you inspired every day in your fitness journey and your teaching realm?
I'm inspired by the help that I offer the world, the help that I offer my clients, and I feel like they trust me. They find out you're a nurse. They're like, okay, so if I hurt myself, or you're going to be careful not to hurt me, because a lot of my clients, they just don't. They want to just play, and they want to have daily, life activities that they can do without pain, or without a injury, and so they trust me, and I love that. So I offer a lot with my clients. I talk to them about their exercise, their mobility, but also their lifestyle. I talk to them about what they're eating, what's eating them, how they're feeling, being in tune with their emotions and their body. And so I just feel like it's a well-rounded thing for me to teach them everything that I can to help them with the whole body, the holistic. And I feel like in nursing, we didn't learn about the whole person. We have to learn about how to actually take care of that person, because a person could get injured because they may be holding on to something, maybe holding on to a past pain, or maybe holding on to past embarrassment where they can injure themselves because they're not relaxed, they're stressed,
Right. Absolutely. That's great. So we feel that being part of a fitness community, which it sounds like you're already talking about, is so key. Would you agree with that? That fitness is a community and we're helping people, as you just mentioned it, inside and out?
I do agree. I really agree. It is a community. And I feel like everybody has something different. When I was working out with Colleen and we went to one of the country clubs.
The other Colleen.
Yes.
Sorry.
But I feel like we had the experience from each person and each background, and we put it together, and we were just like, because you're so strong and muscular and in fit. So I feel like the community, we can gather together and have like-minded conversations.
That's awesome. Now, have you taught as well in like big name gyms classes, like any kind of brand gyms, as well as
Yeah,
boutique?
I did do a 24-hour fitness. That's as big as you can get. and and I did turbo kick, but I came here in Florida to do that. And Florida is interesting with turbo kick. I don't know if it was the complication of the movements. I didn't think it was complicated. But for others, they want to do more dancing. And so I noticed that they wanted to do like Zumba, which I love Zumba too, because I love dancing. So I think that's what they wanted, and I didn't do much here with the turbo kick.
Okay. So, Jordan, would you like to ask away, Miss Sheila, considering that you've done a lot of group fitness?
Yeah, Sheila, would you ever, because you are on the acting circuit, would you ever audition for, you go to Miami for one of the fitness studios, or, you be an extra in the background? Is that something you see yourself doing?
Do you have a job for me?
I wish. We could go together.
I know. Girl, yes. As a matter of fact, I was an on-camera person just about, I'm trying to think of when I did a Zumba shoot. I auditioned for a Zumba shoot and got booked. I was on hold, and then I got booked. It was a 2-day shoot. It's going to be airing in January on the big flat platform of Zumba, and I am so excited about that, because when I auditioned, basically the whole thing when I got to the site, I was the only person that was there for that particular site. So my audition was, I had to pretend like I was a secretary at an office, and I'm answering the phone, and so I was like, hello, and then I'm so busy, and my relief is that eventually I'll get a chance to go to my Zumba class. I felt that. I was like, I can be this person that you want. So when I did the audition, I was on the phone first, and then you're supposed to hear this music in the background, and you hear this music, and it's Zumba music. It's an old Zumba song, and I'm like, ah! And then I turn, I'm throwing my pad down and my pencil down, and I'm dancing. And as I did that, I slipped on my pen.
Oh no.
I slipped, but I kept going. And so I was like, okay. And I sent I sent the audition in, and then they got the call back. The day that I got the call back, I was on my way to St. Louis, and I was in the airport. So I had to find a place in the airport, and I had to do another simulation of answering the phone and then hearing the music and dancing. And I'm in the airport, but I found a spot that was just private. So I got booked, and we went to the actual location, like I said, and I answered the phone. And then the next couple of days later, I went to the shoot, and it was Zumba at the Miami. What's the guy's name who would create a Zumba? His spot.
Yeah.
And then he was there, and I didn't even recognize him, but I didn't get a chance to say hi. But he was there, and we did Zumba all day. and I was exhausted, but it was so much fun.
God bless you,
That
girl.
sounds so fun. So is that maybe a goal to book something else? Like, I could totally see you doing like a beach body, like being on one of their workouts, you know?
Yes.
I think, I don't know if they film in Florida because I don't know, much about their filming locations, but I feel like they sometimes film in Miami.
I feel like everybody films in Miami. Everything
Yeah.
is done in Miami.
Yeah.
I would love to do that. So thank you for speaking that into existence,
Yes.
girl. Come on, Jordan. Jordan's like, I will book you. We'll all do it
Yeah.
together. I want us all to do it together.
It'd be fun. I would love it. I used to grow up watching Denise Austin and her like workout videos. And so I'm always like, I want to do, but no, nobody does VHS. Everything's on the internet.
I
now.
know, it's so sad. I had to
know.
actually throw out a whole bunch of fitness
Yeah.
VHS tapes. I felt sad about that.
Yeah.
It was really
still have-
sad.
I still have DVDs that I look at. So
Yeah.
I have a Bumps of Turbo Kick. I have some Billy Blanks. Do I have a Denise Austin? I'm not sure. But she has a magazine in the grocery store, and it's like Denise Austin at 50. And she looks amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm like, girl,
Yeah.
you go. And it's so cute how the magazine is set up, where she talks about, being 50, things that you can do to be fit, things that you can eat to be fit.
Yeah.
Things that, because we have so much that we've done, but we are able to still learn from, people that are in the industry like that. She's been here forever, but she's still talking about like stuff she has to do to keep herself young and keep herself fit.
No, absolutely. We talked a bit about that in a few of our episodes of the Fit Bells in the past. And it's a journey every day. I mentioned often that I'm 56 and a half and trying to maintain my muscle mass at this age. It's a lot more work than it was 10 and certainly 20 years ago. But what you put into your body also affects as to what you're going to see from the outside as well. So we talked a lot about supplementing. And are you a big fan of supplements? Because everyone knows that I am from our past episodes.
Oh, I'm sure you are. I love supplements too. And what I do is I am looking at other ways of getting nutrients and minerals in our body. So I look at the food. Of course, the food industry has changed a lot. I look at the foods that are helping us. When we were talking about memory, blueberries. I remember in nursing school, I believe that blueberries were going to help me with memory. And then it also has your vitamins and your minerals and things like that. And I love sea moss is one other thing that I like. So that's kind of like a supplement, but a natural supplement. And then I like the teas that offer like relaxation and, chamomile and things like that. So holistically, I love all those things. And with supplements, people do, and I'm sure you spoke about this too, they do need to know that the type of supplement is important that you're going to get. And as a nutritionist and holistic trainer, I like to tell people that you have to look at the ingredients, look at the source that it came from, and to believe that source has come from a good provider or a good person that is making sure it's not fillers, it's not, filled with a bunch of sugar, and it's the actual supplement.
Product.
Yes.
Right. Oh, that really makes a lot of sense. It's so true. And Jordan loves to put her powders and things. So are you a big fan, Sheila, of doing that, or do you like to swallow them like I do?
I think powders are good too. What powders are you doing, Jordan? Like protein?
The protein, collagen, and then I take that athletic greens.
Okay,
Like the
I've seen
green,
that.
yeah, but that's like easiest for me. Just put it all together.
Yeah. I've seen so many people who purchase protein powders. Sometimes it's not all clean. And so whatever you put in your body, you want to make sure that it is healthy and that your body recognizes it. So if you're going to use a protein powder, I'd say something that your body recognizes that is of food, substance, something that has something that we recognize as a food, not some type of synthetic filler, just like I was saying with the supplements.
Okay. Yes, because sometimes those protein powders or any kind of supplement powder, they do also have some sugars and some other funky things in there. And before you know it, you're loading up with a lot of bad things for your body, even though you're thinking that they're good things. That's why powders have always made me a little nervous.
Exactly. Because they want them to taste good. They don't want them to taste chalky. So you have this experiment that they're doing and they're going in there, especially they need to be organic. They don't need to be a lot of synthetic supplemental things in there. So you need to just read and do, and then
Agreed.
possibly you could also download a app called Ask Bobby or Bobby Approved app that will show them what the supplement has in it. And then
Wow.
using that app, you'll learn a lot.
I'm not familiar with that app, Sheila. Since you were in the field a bit, tell us more about that app because I'm interested to know more about it, as I'm sure our audience is.
Of course, I would love to talk to you guys about that app. There's actually a couple of them. So the other app is Yuka app. Some of your audience may know that one. The Yuka app will show you the things that you're putting on your body, also not just the things that you're putting in your body, because our skin is the largest organ. So we want to make sure that we're looking at the things that we're putting on our body also. Though we put on sunscreen, we put on makeup, lipstick, we put all these things, deodorant, we put all these things on. And so there's apps that will allow you to do the things that I do for people, is to train them how to read labels. And so if you are, kind of confused about what you're reading and what's in it, just download the Yuka app or the Bobby Approved app. And so those are free,
Okay.
FRE free, and it is going to be a game changer because there are people who actually, since our audience is about fitness and wellness, there are people who actually I've spoken to one of my clients who actually changed her whole lifestyle. Mentally, spiritually, physically, everything by just reading labels and downloading those apps. So when she came to me, she was doing a workout program and she was like, I just can't get this weight off. She had acne. She was irritable. She was hormonal. She had sleep problems. And so when she started eating clean, the weight was released. The weight was released from her body and she ended up getting into jeans that she couldn't wear previously, even with the workout. And then she started her kids. She has 4 kids. Her husband started, the whole family changed their life.
Wow. This is so cool. It's so inspiring, huh, Jordan?
It was amazing. I told her, I said,
maybe I'll start moving to powders.
As long as you read the label.
I've never gotten into them, and I think mostly because I do my supplements like a pill because I was always thinking about travel ready and taking them on the go and stuff and not having to measure and things like that. But I guess there's pros and cons for everything, whatever works. There might be some products that aren't available as a supplement in an actual pill. So,
all right,
true.
Is there a certain brand, Sheila, that you would recommend as far as like a protein powder you've come across that you think is like clean and you're getting the nutrients that you need out of it?
Yeah, Truvani. Truvani is at a lot of the stores, Sprouts, Whole Food. Truvani is she's been in the game for a long time as far as reading labels, and she is very passionate about helping people. And so she created her own powder. And you can get it online. You can get it, but it's pretty clean. It's about as clean as you want to get if you need a protein powder.
Nice.
And that's available online, Sheila, or also at like a Sprouts or a Whole Foods or something?
Oh, yes, it's online. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So what we'll do to our audience out there, all of Sheila's fabulous recommendations, we'll make sure we put them in the episode's bio so our audience can reference them because they might certainly be interested. Because I'm learning a lot from all of this too because I'm not a certified nutritionist or dietitian. So this is wonderful. Yeah, this is great. I mean, I just eat like a rainbow. We started off at Bell's. Jordan and I were talking about what we like to eat, and I literally am just a person that's constantly just putting color of every kind of vegetable into my diet every single day and fruit, and then just adding the protein, and that's pretty much what's been working for me. I'm sure you might have some tricks and trades for our audience as well that you could probably let us all know if there's anything in particular that you feel very passionate about in terms of nutrition.
Well, yes. Let me give you first. Food Babe is the creator of the powder that I'm speaking of, the protein powder. Her name is Food Babe. There's
Food
another
Babe.
one. Food
Food
Babe.
Babe? Okay.
Yes, yes. She's written books. I have her books also. And what she does is she goes down the list of ingredients, because the food industry is kind of tricky when you're looking at things. It'll say on the front that this is healthy. This is going to give you this amount of protein. This is going to give you this amount of calcium, because they know what people want. And so what people don't understand, and it's a lot to look on the back to see what those are. If they look like a science project, they probably are a science project. Okay. So the things that you recognize should come out, and your body will tell you too what's working and what's not. Learn how to read your body, learn how to read how it makes you feel. And so then that is one thing I would like to say. Another thing is that when we're eating our rainbows and when we're eating our fruits and vegetables that we know are healthy, we want to make sure that we allow ourselves to have things that nature also made too, which you can get into, like the teas and the organic loose leaf teas that relax you, because a lot of the people that we treat and we talk to are pretty much stressed out. And so there's things that you can drink that can relax you and calm you. There's also things that help you get your minerals in, and flax seeds, those kind of things that help with our gut, because a lot of the problem is gut health. And so when we're looking at what our gut looks like, we want to not just talk about what we're eating, but I like to say on Abs Are Made in the Kitchen is what's eating you. So if there's something that you're stressed out about, we carry our stress in our gut. And sometimes even if we're eating the healthy foods, our body cannot digest it because we have stress gut,
Yeah.
Okay. So would you say like maybe adding like flax seeds or chia seeds, or what would you suggest? Like say I eat my low sugar oatmeal every morning with my berries. Should I be adding my flax seeds or chia seeds to help with anything?
Especially in the morning. So I would say start your morning off with some. So you're sleeping, you wake up and you're in a fast. So you wake up, and the first thing that you want to start with is the warm lemon water that alkalinizes your gut, that gets your gut stimulated to continue the process of digesting the food that you ate before. When you're thinking about preparing for your bed, make sure you're not eating late at night, because the body has to digest, and that's its job, is to repair from the day before. And that morning, that evening, all the time you're preparing, you start your night in the day. So when you wake up, it's called the circadian rhythm. When you wake up, you're in a fast. So you're going to wake up, you're going to drink the water, stimulate the gut, and then watch and see what people are putting in their gut the first thing. It's a slow process. So whenever you have a fast, you want to slowly get into digestion. So you want to eat some type of fruit or some type of vegetable to continue that fast. Then you can start eating the other things. But your water is first. Then you take the oatmeal that you have or your berries, and then you put the flaxseed in. But when you're getting the flaxseed, you want to make sure it's already ground. You don't want to have the extra seeds. It has to be ground, and it has to be organic.
Okay.
And then the chia seed, you soak them. You soak them for about, put them in some water, or you can put them also in, I like a coconut water that just has coconut water in the ingredients and not sugar and added things, and or ascorbic acid, which is a synthetic vitamin C. You just wanted to say coconut water. And so you put that in a cup, you put the chia seeds in there, and you let it sit. Then you can drink that too.
Wow. Boy, I'm learning a lot. How about you, Jordan? Do you have any questions for fabulous Sheila and all of her knowledge?
I've seen on, some of these fitness influencers, because I don't know how much certification that they have, that some people are starting their morning with, like you said, the warm water, lemon, and then Himalayan salt.
Well, I'm glad you said that because the Himalayan salt is actually like a mineral that people like to have so that the sodium gets into their cells because we're only as healthy as our cells. And so when you're hydrating, sometimes we drink water, and I've seen people drink water where they're like, I'm going to get my 8 ounces, 16 ounces and drink it really fast. You shouldn't drink it that fast. You do want to put a little bit of Himalayan salt in. You can do that. Or I have told people to get a mineral salt where it's more of kind of like a grayish color. Make sure it's organic also. And then that way the hydration will go into the cells. Because when we're hydrating, we don't just hydrate with water, we hydrate with a little bit, of like how they try to simulate the Gatorade. What they're doing is, you ever taste Gatorade? It has a little salty flavor to it. That's what they're doing. Even Pedialyte has a little salt, so they're adding it. And even when you're dehydrated, if you go to the hospital, you will get a normal saline. Saline is salt. Normal saline flush, and that hydrates you. So that is true. I've seen people do that. Celtic salt is what I tell people to do. Celtic salt is more of a mineral. Yeah.
Celtic salt.
Celtic.
So it's
with
kind of like,
yeah.
okay.
It sounds K, but it's spelled with the C.
Yes. So do you know what are the benefits necessarily of the Celtic salt versus the Himalayan versus?
Celtic salt is more of we have good, best, and better. The Celtic salt, I feel like, is a better one because it's more minerals. We are lacking a lot of minerals sometimes. We have symptoms that we really don't know are mineral deprived. So the Celtic salt is going to give you more of the mineral. And all you need is like a pinch of it. You can take that Celtic salt, put it under your tongue, let it sit there, and then dissolve it that way. Or you can put a pinch in your water. You can even cook with it if you want to. But it helps you with minerals. Some of the nuts that people eat. So I would say that, get your G-bombs, your greens, your berries, your onions, your mushrooms, your seeds, which would be the nuts, because some people just need some selenium. You can get selenium. You can get your required amount of selenium with 2 Brazilian nuts a day. No more than that, though. Because you can eat more, So walnuts are good, very good for you, blueberries are good for you,
Right.
Those kind of things. Blueberries are good for memory.
A super.
The nursing
Yeah.
school, nursing school, I was like, I need to learn it. I was blue myself.
I think they're also good for skin and collagen.
Yes.
And keeping, yes, that's what I find. I mean, I eat a cup and a half of blueberries a day. They're not inexpensive, but I find they're very beneficial. So any other kind of, oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was supposed to get frozen, organic frozen. That's easy.
Yes. I don't know. There's just something about the fact that I just like fresh. I'm not a big fan of frozen. Yeah. It's a little costly and messy.
Some people may not be able to get it, and they don't consume it fast enough. So even if you're going to get berries, you want to make sure too that you are alternating things that you're getting: blueberries, raspberries, elderberries, things like that.
Okay.
I hear dates are. I know that dates are really good. You can have a date a day, 2 dates a day, and it gives you everything you need. So you got a date there, Jordan? Jordan's like, ooh, I want a date
too.
Got 2 dates, girl.
So I speak to a lot of my clients that I train, and they're constantly asking me if they're not big on protein, and they're doing more of not necessarily vegan, but more of a vegetarian thing. What would you say would be the number one food that they could replace, say, an actual chicken breast, which is basically I eat like 2 a day every day and 3 times on Sunday for my protein, which has really helped me a lot keep my muscle mass. Would you say it's tofu? Would you say it would be lentils, chickpeas? What would you say with your expertise?
I would go leaning towards the chickpeas and the lentils, the quinoa of America. As
Quinoa is good.
quinoa, yes, quinoa is not just a protein; it's carb. It has
Increase?
other minerals and good things in it that you can have to help your body. So one of my friend, not a friend, I would say, but I was a chiropractor that I would go to, and he was in love with quinoa. He was like, it gives you everything. It's like the magic food. And so he was chiropractor, but his goal was to do a lot of health and wellness. And so he spoke on helping people release fat. I shouldn't say lose, because sometimes when we lose it, we get it right back. So release it. And so,
Right.
so he spoke on those things, and he talked a lot about the benefits of quinoa. Some people are kind of, they don't like beans, black beans, but sprouted beans are really good. Sprouts are good. Brussels sprouts and things like that are really good. So green leafy vegetables are amazing. Kales of the day.
Yeah, right, right. What is your thought on tofu?
Tofu. Well, I know that some people are very cautious of tofu because of their estrogen and things of that sort. So because it's a soy product, it's you have to be very careful of the brands and the types that you get. And then you see other studies that say, okay, tofu, stay away from. And then you see studies that say, go ahead, it's good for you, it's a good protein. So
Okay.
it's another thing that I say, really be careful of the brand that you get if you're going to get it. And I think with anything, we have to be intentional, and we have to know that the placebo effect really does work. And so when people are believing that this is good for them and that they're healthy, and they look at the balance of things in life, that it weighs itself out, and you could live a healthy life if you do the healthy things of lifestyle, like mental, spiritual, physical, intellectual, occupational, environmental, financial, and social. And so if all those things are aligned and are intentional to focus on, because those are really the pillars of wellness. And so you cannot just think, I'm going to eat this good food, but I have a negative Nancy attitude.
Right.
You
Mind
have
and
to. My
body are
mother's
connected.
97. Like I was saying before, my mom is 97. And so she doesn't have that negative Nancy attitude. She's forgiven people. Forgiveness is very big. I've read lots of books, and every time I read, and they're mostly on health and wellness, but every time I read, like this one author, his name is Chris, he had cancer, and he talked about how he beat cancer. Now, you're going to hear him say juicing. You're going to hear him say eating healthy, eating salads, eating berries, eating these things. But you're also going to hear him say how he had to have a spiritual life, how he had to have family and friends, how he had to do forgiveness for people who hurt him and for him hurting others. And so those pillars are in every type of history of anyone healing themselves, whether they know that they're actually pillars, whether they recognize that they're actually pillars, but they really are things that people have to look at.
Interesting. Yeah, the connections of mind and body and environment are very paramount. That's very eye-opening. Jordan, do you have any quick questions for Sheila?
No, I mean, I feel like
that you
we talked
might
to her
think?
for many hours.
I know, she's so interesting.
Might have to have you back on, Sheila.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well,
I need a Fit Bella's cup like that. I like that, Colleen.
yes,
That can be
absolutely.
sippy.
That's going to be your parting gift. But I was going to ask you if you could take up one new challenge in life, whether it's fitness, wellness, I don't know, social, what have you, any of the fitness trends, something that you're dying to do, like are you dying to go on, one of these fitness pilgrimage or one of these yoga journeys, anything
You
that's
know,
interesting that you might want to do or a new sport. I want to try kickboxing, for example. So just tell us maybe in our audience.
to me. Um, so yeah, but I'm certified in boxing too. So
Of course you are. My goodness. I guess I didn't know that, but now that I do, I guess I'll be meeting up and doing some boxing with you then, Sheila.
no, wait, Colleen,
Jordan, you want to come?
You
Boxing,
know
I missed that one, girl.
Oh my God. I thought you knew that one.
I got to add it to my Sheila list. Certified now in that too. You're a legend. God bless.
I feel like boxing is the ultimate cardio for sure.
It is. It's a total
Yeah.
body workout. It's a
Yeah.
total body workout. So you have that. I'll give you that session. And if you need more, let me know. But okay, so one thing that I want to do, and my friend, I'm speaking with her right now, is we're going to do a retreat. Now, I've never been. I've kind of had a semi-retreat, but that's what I want for my birthday is to have a retreat. And we'll do fitness. We'll talk about health and wellness. We'll go into the kitchen and we'll eat healthy foods. We'll have a healthy spread
Oh.
and we'll just woosah. We'll get in the pool. We'll just have a good time. So it'll
So
just
you're
be like
already you're on trend as it is because Jordan and I spoke a lot about this as being one of the trends are these fitness retreats and wellness retreats and pilgrimages and spiritual journeys that are all encompassing. So you're right on trend, my friend. Of course she is, right?
Sheila, do you have any place in mind that you wanted to venture to?
That's good. I mean, outside of, like I said, creating my own at my friend's beautiful house, um, outside of that one, Jamaica or Dominican Republic or one of those beautiful places.
Yeah.
So an island.
Island. Island mama. Yeah, mama.
Okay, well, that sounds like a really fun thing. I think I might want to come. Hopefully, you can come back on and give us some more details and we can learn more about it and invite
Awesome. Yeah.
a lot of people, book a lot of
Exactly.
hotel rooms.
Yeah. We could do it. We can just put on ourselves.
Absolutely.
Well, that sounds great. We really appreciate it. And you've been a wealth of knowledge. And we'd love to have you come back again in the near future and tell us even more, the retreat and otherwise, because this has been really, really beneficial. I think a lot of people are going to get a lot out of what you've said to our audience about your tricks of the trade. So we really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And
I appreciate you guys being the face of fitness, looking good. And
thank you. Takes
yeah,
one
both
to
you
know
guys
one.
look amazing. You guys look amazing.
Right back at you. You're beautiful on the inside and out. And we're going to also thank our veterans because now we're in November. And I don't know if you know this, Sheila, but Jordan and I, one of the little paramount things that we do here on Fit Bells is we announce a charity every month. We did do Tunnel to Towers for September, and October was Breast Cancer Research Month. And so to honor our veterans in this month of November, yours truly here has decided to go with Honor Flight. HonorFlight.org is an amazing organization, and I will read to you their mission. It's to celebrate America's veterans by inviting them to share in a day of honor at our nation's memorials in Washington, D.C. And the vision is a nation where all America's veterans experience the honor, gratitude, and community support that they deserve. So honorflight.org, we'll put that in the hashtags on this episode's bio, but we actually are part of that. I'm a daughter of the American Revolution, a DAR, and that's one of my charities. And when they do come back to the airport, they have people from the community that can welcome them all back. And it's really wonderful to see. They usually go with volunteers that accompany them. A lot of them are in wheelchairs. There are very, very elderly World War II vets, as well as obviously Korea and Vietnam and the Gulf Wars. But they do go there for the day, and the pomp and circumstance that they experience is very well deserved. And when they come back into the airport, I've done it at Palm Beach International, the smiles on their face when they see everyone waving the flags and welcoming back with banners, it's just amazing. So honorflight.org, ladies, and to our audience, check that out, and to honor our veterans and Veterans Day this November.
Awesome. And I would like to also say for your audience, if they want to look at the pillars of wellness, my journals and calendars that can help them focus on those, I'll give that information to you. I'm working with someone so that I can get it in stores near you.
Wow. Well, definitely let us know so Jordan and I can include that in the bio for this episode.
Yes, we want everyone to get perfectly balanced. That's the title.
Oh, very clever. I love that. Well, thanks again so much, Sheila, for your time and for all of your information. You're fabulous, and we really appreciate it. So we will sign off. You're more than welcome. We will sign off now. We are two fit girls from Fit Bells, a fit girl and her dude, and at Colleen Fit Pro. And we bid you cheers for now.
Cheers.